Stephanie Dobson is joining us today. It is that time of the week when we get to see her face and talk about all things involved with divorce and separation. Stephanie is a lawyer, mediator, and online educator with Hankett Divorce Law and Mediation offices in Edmonton and Lloydminster. Stephanie, thanks for joining me today.
Nice to see you as always, Stacey.
Well, we're going to be chatting about division of property, kind of continuing the theme. And this time we're going to be talking about the Canada Pension Plan, because this is something that does need to be sorted when you're going through the divorce and separation process. So first of all, how can that be shared, Stephanie?
Yeah, it's one of those things that people often forget about or don't even know that this exists. So yes, Canada Pension Plan credits that were accumulated during the period of time that you were living together can actually be pooled together and then split down the middle. So here's how it works. Each of you and your spouse have accumulated CPP credits during the time that you live together. So in 1 year, one spouse may have accumulated more credits, and another year, another spouse may have accumulated more credits. But when a couple separates, there's an opportunity for those credits that each of you accumulated during the years that you lived together to be pooled together and then split equally down the middle. So here's an example. If one of you earned $10,000 in pensionable earnings in a year and the other earned $20,000 in pensionable earnings during the year, the total pooled together, it equals 30,000, and then split down the middle equals 15,000. So then, and CPP will do this calculation for you. It's not something that you're expected to do on your own, but you're eligible to do this split for each of those years that you lived together and that you are accumulating CPP credits.
Is it worth it to split it, Stephanie?
Well, whether or not it's worth it to split those CPP credits will partly determine on whether you've, what kind of CPP credits you've accumulated during your relationship. So in the event that both of you have been working full-time during the entirety of your relationship, there's probably not much of a benefit to either of you to pool those credits together and split them down the middle. But a credit split will benefit the spouse who accumulated less credits over the period that you lived together.
Okay, and how do former spouses cause that CPP split to occur?
Well, as most government things, there's a form to be filled out and then supporting documentation to be sent into the government. So if you want to do this CPP split or get more information on it, a simple online search for this search term, CPP credit split divorce, will actually get you to an info sheet. It's a really helpful info sheet to describe how this CPP credit split works. And there's some technical requirements, of course. If you've been separated after 1987, then such and such happens. If it's before that, such and such happens. But there's a simple online search that you can do. The form that you look for, if you're actually looking for the form number, is called ISP 1901.
Okay, and what happens, because in some situations, they may not want to split the CPP, so then what happens?
Well, there's only certain provinces where you can actually cause that CPP credit split to not occur. So if you live in either Alberta, Saskatchewan, or British Columbia, you can actually deal with your CPP credits by way of an agreement. So you can, so of course, most of our viewers are in Alberta and Saskatchewan. So yes, it is eligible where you and your spouse can come up to an agreement that you agree not to split your CPP credits. But if you don't agree otherwise, then the automatic default is to split them. So it's really important to deal with these during that separation and divorce process. Otherwise, there could be something automatic that happens that you didn't want or intend to happen.
Okay, well, thank you so much for the information once again, Stephanie, and we'll be back next week to chat with you more.
Good. Sounds good, Stacey.